Welcome back to the Network Marketing Cowboy channel. I'm glad you're here. If you've been thinking, I want to invest into real estate, but I don't have enough money for a down payment, we got you covered in this episode. Today I'm going to walk you through creative strategies to invest in real estate with little to no money down. This is how I got started when I didn't have a ton of cash, and it's how you can do it too, especially if you're building up income through network marketing. What you'll learn in this video today: why creative financing is a game changer, 6 proven strategies to buy real estate with little or no money down, how to position yourself to get deals even if you're brand new. You need to think like a creative investor. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get started. Why creative financing is a game changer? Let's get something straight. Lack of money is not your biggest obstacle. It's the lack of strategy. Creative financing allows you to break into real estate faster without waiting years to save. You leverage other people's money, time, and resources. Build wealth even if you're starting from zero. Keep your network marketing income working in your business while you're still acquiring assets. If you understand how money works and how to structure a deal, you can control real estate without needing a massive capital. So let's get into the 6 ways to buy real estate with little or no money down. The first one is your typical down. For new home buyers, this is great for new people, is the FHA loans, stuff like this. This is perfect to do on that. But what you need to really look at when you're doing as a first time and you want to build assets, don't just look to buy a house. Look for like maybe a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex that you can buy, then rent out the other ones. Then you're going to get the rental ones to cover the mortgage of it. So this is house hacking. You can live in the property for a year, then turn it into another rental. You can do a bunch of different things, okay? But look at maybe when you're trying to buy your first place this is for rental, not for your personal one, but if you want to do this as your personal one, that'd be a great way to do it. This is the easiest way to get started with almost no money down. And you, like I said, use it to buy a 2 or to a 4 unit property. So this would be a great way for people to get started. Okay, you guys? The next one, seller financing. Now, you have to be careful on this one for state laws and what type of contracts you need to have. So make sure you have an attorney and all that can help you do this stuff. Because seller financing, I love seller financing. Because I like to educate them on, hey, I'd rather pay you interest than a bank. So if they're not looking to just get a lot of money and they're just wanting steady income coming in, you can come up with what interest rate would be good for them. You can come up with usually a lower down payment that they need. Then you not have to worry about no banks or anything like that. This is great for people that maybe inherited a property, that don't want to pay inheritance tax on it. So this is it. If you can solve the seller's problem, you can often buy their property with zero bank involvement. So this is where you have to be that creative investor thinker. Make sure you're looking at things of how to do it. Subject to deals, which it means is really take over their existing mortgage. Now this is very hard with bank loans, how they're written and everything like that, but some places still do have a subject to you can do on the existing loan. And you might have to do a contract with these people. This gets very, very sticky when you're trying to do a subject to deal. You can sometimes do these in bigger commercial type of loans, like for apartments, office complex, different things like that. Very kind of hard to do on a single family home, but there's still some out there. These things are usually used in distress situations, divorce, job loss, inherited homes again. So it's nice because there's no large down payment needed. These are ninja level deals, but if it's done ethically and transparently, these are very powerful wealth building tool. One that people don't really look at to do it is there's places that will lease options. This is when you're renting to own it. So you're paying a rental, you might be paying a little bit more, and that goes in to you to own it, eventually buy it out. This is a great way if you can find somebody that's wanting to do this, because then you're paying a little bit more a month, but that's going into a bucket to be able to finance it, to buy, to get the down payment, or, maybe it turns into the seller financing at that point, especially if you don't have a lot of money down. So look at, leased options. It's very big in mobile homes, parks is the lease options on it. So that's a great way to get into just getting a physical building sometimes. So take a look into it. So it allows you to lock in the price now, but you're allowed to build more capital along the way. So you agree with that price now, what it's going to be, how it's going to do that. Lease options give you control without ownership, but control is how wealth is built. So always keep in mind of that. Whoever controls the deal is usually going to have come out on the right side. Another way, we kind of talked about this in the last episode with Tarl. Private lending, hard money, what we call hard money lending. You can go out there and find people that will back you on this. This, especially for rehabs, stuff like that, is a great way to get into the deal so you can get it rented and start covering your mortgage at that point. Another way, if you own your own home, along with this is take a home equity line of credit out, a HELOC out. So you have some capital, then you can go in and invest into another building so you can get that going, renting, and then pay your HELOC back with that money. You can always bring in your family and friends and structure a deal. So my first deal that I ever bought, I had my friends in close to me, and then we went in and bought it. Again, I controlled it. I was the managing partner. We syndicated it. I was a general partner, and then I just had the other people invest into it. So that's a great way to do it. And that goes down into partnering with capital investors. There's people that want to do syndications. They don't want to be involved in running properties. They just want to get a return for their money. So this is a great way to start raising capital, and you don't need a lot, but you need to know what rules and regulations you have to follow when you go out and raise money. So make sure you always keep that in mind. There is a lot of rules and regulations when you start and raise capital from other people. Start out with your families and friends first. If you're making money in network marketing, you can usually qualify for a business credit too, if you had a long and established income coming in where you've built your business on network marketing. I'm not saying that you have to do it that way, but that's another option when you get into creative financing. That goes back to working with the people you're raising money from. Make sure you find a deal that is going to be good for you and for them. You never want to be looking at it on one side. You make sure it's attractive. Show them numbers. Do the legwork. This is perfect for network marketers who already have skilled sets at building relationships. You already know how to do this as a network marketer. You go out and build relationships. And like Tarl said on the last episode, he was able to hit the ground floor running in his real estate career because of the skills he developed in network marketing by just networking throughout the real estate stuff. So you don't need the money, you just need to have the deal. So when you find a deal, start networking, you'll find the money if it is a good deal. So here's how you need to position yourself as a creative investor. You need to know your numbers. Like Tarl we talked to, what are you looking for? What is your niche that you're going to go after and all that? So you need to be able to show them, okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is going to be the market rents. This is how much we're going to have to put into it. Here's a projected cash flow. And then here's the exit strategy. Is it going to be refinancing, keep on renting it out, or are we going to fix and flip it? You need to make sure you have this thought out well, because when you have this, confidence comes from the preparation of it. Sellers and partners need to know you've done your homework. So always keep that in the back of your mind. One of the other things, be a problem solver, not just a buyer. Some of the best deals, because you can go into it and look at it, ooh, this would be a great way to do it. You're just not buying another deal and trying to do it. This is, like Charles said, forced appreciation. What are you looking at that property, and what can you do creatively to be able to do it? So this is where it comes at. Ask, what do they really want? When you're looking somebody that's maybe trying to do a seller finance deal or a leased option, what do they really want? If they need a bunch of money, they're probably not going to seller finance it. But if they're wanting to, I just want X amount coming in a month, you got ways to work with them. So it's a great way to do it. You need to look at, monthly income, a quick close, whatever they might be wanting to try to do. So keep that in the back of your mind. Because when you solve people's problems, money becomes less important than trust and creativity. Okay, keep that in there. And like last week, you have to build a power team. You need a realtor that really understands investors, what you're really looking for. You need your mortgage broker, everybody that's going to, maybe if you're going to get a loan. You need your closing attorney or title company, contractor, the same things that we went over last week. If you haven't started looking for those people yet, you need to start really looking and filtering out people and understanding what you need to start building that relationship with, because you're not going to be able to get deals unless you start building these relationships. Your team makes you look more incredible even if this is your first deal. So like Taro and I talked about last week, is if you're not, they can smell you out of the way. So you need to be straightforward, upfront. But the more that you looked and seemed prepared, they might find loopholes still. They might find, oh, you didn't think about this. That's fine. You're learning. But if you come prepared with a lot of this stuff already, they're going to trust, like, okay, this is somebody I can work with. So always keep that in the back of your mind. So the biggest takeaway from today, don't wait until you've saved up a lot of money to try to do your first day. Start learning to use what you already have, your skills, your network, and your mindset. So this is what will drive you going forward, okay? So I hope you liked what we had today. And if you do, drop a comment below. Which creative strategy are you most interested in trying? Have you done a deal with little or no money down yet? Share your experience with everybody. And if you keep on wanting to hear me and like what I'm doing, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'd love to have you guys learn more and know when I'm posting things. Next week, we're going to talk about how to build multiple passive income streams, both with network marketing and real estate. So don't miss out. Follow me on social media. If you want the behind the scenes looks, I'm always posting things on Facebook and Instagram. Connect on with me. Remember, you don't need more capital. You need more creativity. I'll see you next week.
Welcome back to the channel. If you've been thinking, I want to invest in real estate, but I don't have enough money for a down payment, then this episode is going to change the game for you. Today, I'm going to walk you through creative strategies to invest in real estate with little to no money down. This is how I got started when I didn't have a ton of cash, and it's how you can do it too, especially if you're building up income through network marketing. What you'll learn in this video: 1. Why creative financing is a game changer. 2. 6 proven strategies to buy real estate with little or no money down. 3. How to position yourself to get deals, even if you're brand new. 4. The mindset shift you need to think like a creative investor. If this kind of content gets you fired up, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. Part 1. Why creative financing is a game changer. 3 to 5 minutes. Let's get something straight. Lack of money is not your biggest obstacle. It's lack of strategy. Creative financing allows you to break into real estate faster without waiting years to save. Leverage other people's money, time, and resources. Build wealth even if you're starting from zero. Keep your network marketing income working in your business while still acquiring assets. If you understand how money works and how to structure a deal, you can control real estate without needing massive capital. Part 2. 6 ways to buy real estate with little or no money down, 10 to 15 minutes. 1 FHA loans owner-occupied 3-point per down. Perfect for first-time investors. Live in the property for 1 year, then turn it into a rental. Use house hacking, rent other units or rooms to cover the mortgage. Can combine with seller-paid closing costs to reduce out-of-pocket expense. This is the easiest way to get started with almost no money, and you can use it on 2 to 4 unit properties. Seller becomes the lender. You make monthly payments to them. No banks, no credit checks. Often 0 to 10% down, depending on negotiation. Great for tired landlords or inherited properties. If you can solve the seller's problem, you can often buy their property with 0 bank involvement. You take control of the property subject to the existing loan. The mortgage stays in the seller's name. You make the payments. Often used in distress situations, divorce, job loss, inherited homes. No large down payment needed. These are ninja-level deals, but I've done several. If done ethically and transparently, they're a powerful wealth-building tool. You lease a property with the option to buy it later. Small option fee, $1,000, $5,000, instead of full down payment. Lock in purchase price now, buy later after you build more capital. Cash flow during the lease period if you sublease to a tenant. Lease options give you control without ownership. Control is how wealth is built. Use business credit lines from your LLC, especially if your network marketing biz is established. Use HELOC, home equity line of credit, if you or a partner owns property. Borrow from friends, family, private lenders, and structure win-win terms. If you're making money in network marketing, you can qualify for business credit, even if your personal credit isn't perfect. You find the deal, they bring the money. You split profits or offer a fixed return. Make it attractive by showing the numbers and doing the legwork. This is perfect for network marketers who are already skilled at relationship building. You don't need the money, you need the deal. Step 1. Know your numbers. Be prepared to show market rent, rehab cost, projected cash flow, exit. Confidence comes from preparation. Sellers and partners need to know you've done your homework. Step 2. Be a problem solver, not a buyer. Most creative deals come from solving problems. Ask, what do they really want? Relief from a mortgage. Monthly income. A quick close. When you solve people's problems, money becomes less important than trust and creativity. Step 3. Build a power team. Realtor who understands investors. Mortgage broker with FHA DSCR portfolio lending knowledge. Closing attorney or title company familiar with creative deals. Contractor if you're rehabbing. Your team makes you look more credible, even if this is your first deal. Closing and call to action, 3 to 5 minutes. The biggest takeaway from today, don't wait until you've saved $50. Start learning to use what you already have, your skills, your network, your mindset. Drop a comment below. Which creative strategy are you most interested in trying? Have you done a deal with little or no money down? Share your experience. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Next week, we'll talk about how to build multiple passive income streams with both network marketing and real estate. Don't miss it. Follow me on social media. If you want behind-the-scenes looks at deals I'm working on, strategies I'm using, and how I'm using network marketing to fund it all, connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. You don't need more capital, you need more creativity. I'll see you in the next video.